Santa Claus having a daughter is nothing new. There are many projects that look at this concept. A what if? What would happen if Santa was able to produce a child? What would said child do? Would she celebrate her family roots? Or would she try to separate herself from it? Does she follow the status quo? Or try something never thought of before? Would she be a kind and caring person? Or be a spoiled little brat? The concept is not new, but there are many ways you can play with it to make it your own. So what does this book do? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka the Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworm Reviews. Sit back and relax as we dive into The Legend of Holly Claus by Brittany Ryan. So, first things first, forget everything you know about Santa Claus. The North Pole, the toy shop, the elves, all of it. Cause all of it is just a front to throw people off. Santa still delivers presents, but in reality, he is a king. The king of forever, also known as the land of immortals. Basically, mystical heaven. Not so much a land, but a plane of existence, where the mythical creatures and the immortal souls of everyone who worked hard to bring joy into the world live. That's why Santa is the king, because the joy he brings helps so many people during their darkest times. It's the late 19th century, and the letters for Another Christmas have started to pile in. Santa begins to read them to get his list ready, but then he comes across one letter from a little boy from New York City who shocks Santa to his very core. I could never think of anything I needed or wanted for Christmas, but this year I had a different idea. What do you wish for Christmas, Santa? You always answer children's wishes, but what about your own? No one has ever asked that from him before. He shows it to his wife Vivian, and they discover the one thing they ever wanted. A child. He wanted a child. A child who would make their life complete, who would share the love that streamed between his heart and Vivian's. And on that day, a magical thing happens. For the first time ever, a child is born in the land of immortals. You have a princess, my friends, and Vivian and I have a daughter. Now on a completely different note, in another realm, there is a dark cave, and in that cave lives a terrible man, a warlock named Hurricane. I am never going to pronounce that right. A once proud warrior, praised for his bravery, went down to the land of mortals and fell in love with it, or more in love with others loving him. As time passed, Hurricane swelled with the importance of his own power. He became a king, ruler over a vast and populous domain. He grew greedy. The secret origins of Donald Trump. He rules the world, but now he wants to become a god. But before he can, the great Eternals banish him into the dark cave to live the rest of his immortal life. Why they didn't do it sooner is beyond me. Maybe they have slow internet. Enraged, Hurricane, God, I am never going to say that name correctly, demands to know if there is a way to free himself. Of course the Eternals would never be done to free yourself from the curse, you must possess the purest and most compassionate heart ever born. Guys? This heart must be free from stain and must be freely given to you in the fullness of love. I don't think this is a good idea. If you can attain this, you will once more be free. These are the laws of the universe, and they cannot be altered. Why did you do that? I just like giving evil people hope they can never attain. And if such a thing does happen, please, like such a heart will ever exist.
A few moments later.
Well? Hey, I'm all powerful and all knowing, but I'm not psychic! When news of Santa's daughter, named Holly, reaches Hurricane, he sets his plan into motion, breaking into the land of immortals and placing a curse on Holly's heart by freezing it to make sure it never gets corrupted till the day he marries her. He also curses the land so that no immortals can enter or leave, except for Santa on Christmas Eve, cause magic. And as for Holly, she must live her life in constant cold, or else her heart will melt and she will die. The only hope they have to lifting this curse is a vague saying, love conquers time. And that's the overcomplicated start to The Legend of Holly Claus, and it's a good book. I'll admit, I enjoyed this one more than last week's book mainly because it embraces the fantastic. I love this over-imaginative fantasy. As I said before, I'm a huge fan of fantasy. But it's not just because it has magic and dragons and talking animals, though it does help. The story's biggest theme is that of dreams. The first half of the book is seeing little Holly grow up and becoming interested in the moral world. She dreams of seeing this world and bringing joy to it because she sees herself as a freak. Everyone who lives in forever has done something that has earned them their place. But Holly was born, and in doing so, placed a curse that has made her a person to avoid. And that's a lot for a little girl to handle. I've done nothing to help the humans. Nothing for the world. Nothing. I'm not an immortal. I'm some sort of trick. And it's this that makes the book. Holly's determination. When she learns to curse, she decides she isn't going to be afraid. She's going to work for it. The hard way. You think that I'm going to make a bargain, me for them, but I tell you now that you're wrong. I know what you'll be if you're freed, and I won't help you. I'll fight you. I'm going to make myself an immortal, a real immortal, somehow, and I'm not going to give in. And it's moments like these that make the book an engaging read, but it does have some problems. Some of it comes with the side characters. Some are important, like Tundra, a white wolf who is Holly's voice of reason, who's taking care of her as a way to make up for a sin of his past, while others are just cute animal side characters that don't really add too much to the book. Maybe small pieces here and there, but trust me, you'll question why some of these characters are here outside of being, "I'm so cute." The other is the pacing. It's a very in-depth children's book, looking into the world, its inhabitants, and how certain events are affecting our characters. This isn't the problem. It actually helps flesh out the world and makes you sink into it. The problem is when it decides to speed up. There are just moments you feel where things happen way too fast, which can be jarring for a very laid-back book. Some of it is okay, but others, like the ending, which seems to happen way too fast, fix things up, and never quite gives us the time to understand what the hell just happened, it can leave a sour taste in your mouth. Outside of that, this is a charming book, a sweet fantasy about a child following her dreams in a hopeless situation, where its main message is, no matter where you're at, what you did or what you didn't do, to always follow your dreams. Because those dreams bring us joy, and that joy can bring others joy in ways you can't even imagine. Definitely worth a read. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about The Legend of Holly Claus? A special shout out to Sarah Acosta for suggesting the book. Thank you for your support. If you have a book you would like me to review, let me know in the comments below. And now, it's time for me to rest. It's been a crazy year, and I thank you all for watching me throughout. I'm about to work on my 2016 list, so make sure you put those suggestions in. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. Let it be joyous. I'll see you back in January, but not with a book. I need to take care of some unfinished business first.
Alright, everyone, find anything you can to barricade the doors.
We cannot let the monsters inside.
Till next time, have a nice day.